Welcome
We're not doing that. We're
to Quit the Cap
it's
with Kris and Sam. We have tour dates.
We do. We're talking August 19th of 2035. Catch us at the Ritz.
At the Ritz Theater. That has been shut down for maintenance in that year.
Yeah.
So you won't be able to see. We're in Vegas.
Merry Christmas and
Next
Happy
week.
New Year's. Because we missed that.
We did miss that. Whose fault was that?
I think it was kind of both of ours.
I think it was yours.
I think we were both gone.
No.
Yeah.
I was here.
The week of Christmas would have been my fault, but then the week of New Year's, eons.
You were also gone on New Year's.
No, but I was back before New Year's. Technically, I was back before the 1st of January, making me not at fault. Where were you at?
I was in Houston.
January 1st.
I was in Houston
So
January 1st.
that was your fault. Is what I'm hearing from you, Sam.
It wasn't my fault.
Anyway, how was your...
It was great. First, before we go to that, you know what I did today?
What did you do?
We were leaving Walmart,
Mm-hmm.
and I was sitting at the red light, going to turn.
Okay.
And there's cars coming. So what do?
You wait.
You wait, right?
Obviously.
Car honks at me behind me. So you know what I do? I slowly creep up, and then I go when I know for a fact that they can't go.
That's all.
And I zoom out. Because I was going to wait on these cars to go by, so I knew I didn't get hit. Then I didn't care
At that point?
at that point because they pissed me off.
Right.
So then I went. Not only did I get to my destination, they got caught by 2 red lights.
After? What kind of car was it?
I have no idea. Some little microscopic car I could have just ran over in my truck. I wasn't really worried about it.
Why do you... I'm not going to say anything.
Why?
No, nothing.
No, say it.
Nothing.
Say it.
Nothing.
Say it.
No, because it's a big truck.
It's a medium-sized truck.
it's a
It's a
truck.
decent-sized truck.
It's a good size. It's
But this car was like... You ever seen those little cars that are like
like a Spark,
a what?
like a Nissan Spark.
I guess. I was talking about like mini fridge cars. Or like the electric cars.
Yeah,
the
like a
little
Nissan Spark.
Oh, that's a Nissan Spark?
Yeah,
that's what I meant. I was testing you. I knew what that meant.
Correct. Right now. Okay.
But yeah, it was something like that.
So what do you do in Houston? Dang, I want to go to Texas.
You haven't been to Texas?
No.
Why?
I don't know. It's never. Everything's bigger in Texas, and I'm already big. So what do I need to go to Texas?
We're the same height.
They've seen this 2 episodes ago. We're not the same height.
We are the same
I
height.
don't need.
But
I don't need to prove anything to you.
we did a lot of
wee
things.
little man. Continue.
At
What
least
did
you
y'all
called me a man. We did a lot of things in Houston. We also went to Galveston. Do you know where that is?
do? Galveston?
Mm-hmm.
No.
It's a little island that's under Texas.
An island?
But it's Texas.
Y'all are hiring.
No, we're not. Don't let them lie to you.
No, y'all are. It was posted yesterday.
We're hiring. Did you know that?
I didn't.
For Quit the Cap.
If you want to be on, producer, not editor, not host, those positions are taken.
This thing says no traveling for this position.
We travel all the time. We went to the zoo, right?
Was it big?
It was a huge zoo.
For real?
It was
I
like,
got lost in it.
yeah,
Uh-uh.
it was huge. To walk to one side to the other took like 25
Craziest
minutes.
animal you seen?
The craziest animal I
Mhm.
seen? A rhino.
Give me something that you just wouldn't see at another zoo.
A rhino. I've never seen a rhino at another zoo.
Let me think, because there was a weird thing in there that we wouldn't see.
I mean, I seen Chris there.
No.
Because I'm a monkey.
Correct.
Wow.
No, we
Wow,
seen.
dude.
I've never seen a rhino before, so the rhino was probably
I think the
Cancel
tiger
Sam
was
in the
the coolest
chat.
thing because
We
it
did.
was roaring.
We did. The tiger was cool. The other thing that happened is we went because there was like an aquarium.
Whoa, you said the tiger roared?
It did.
I've never seen a tiger roar.
Well,
What was it like?
it was cool.
Describe it to me.
No,
Okay, continue.
now you have to go to
No,
it.
show your rock impression.
My what? I'll get to that. So we went to the aquarium because there's an aquarium in the zoo,
Mm-hmm.
which was weird. I'd never seen that before. Anyway, we get to the penguin section. There's a little kid putting his finger up on the glass, messing with the penguins. Well, everybody thinks the penguin's just no. This penguin was trying to eat this child's finger. Yes,
It was like snapping on the glass?
it was like,
What did it do?
it was like. Try. Do you have a video of it?
I don't know.
Well, look for it. It was like.
I never got a video of the seal.
was like spinning circles and like trying to go through this
Get the
glass.
kid.
Yes.
The penguins?
It.
That's a hungry penguin.
I don't know.
have a video.
Well, see, we got there early, like when they opened. So we watched them get fed. So before.
There's its mouth open, like at the kid's fingers.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, he
He was
trying
hungry.
to get that kid.
Well, because that was before they got fed. We watched them get fed like breakfast
Yeah, after that, they got fed a minute after that.
What time did y'all get to the zoo?
early. Huh? 9 o'clock. Because it's busy. By the time we left, it was packed. A bunch of
What time
people
did y'all
there.
leave? Useless information. Continue.
No, I think we left around 11.
Hold on, y'all. Shh.
It's the heat.
Dang, there's enough in the room already. There's enough.
We don't need any more.
Is it motion detectors?
We stayed there for about 3 hours. We stayed there to about 12.
Do y'all think y'all seen everything though? In
No.
those 3 hours, really?
No, we missed a whole section.
And what
of
zoo
it.
is this?
The Houston Zoo.
Your kids would like it.
They would.
Hmm.
It's a big zoo.
They got a bunch of like, what we paid like $12 for a slushie,
But refills were like $2. And they're big. They're like this tall. So
What would you say? This is completely 1,000% off topic. What would you say if like you were still where you were sitting, but you also had a camera? I mean, a microphone as well.
Oh, that's a great question because I may or may not have brought this up just a few times.
To where even though you're not seen, you can still
You can be heard.
even while we're talking. Cause I think we have some a good three-way talk sometimes. and
But
I'm
they
like,
can't really hear.
Yeah, because in the clips it'd be so muffled out.
I brought that up, and you know what she says? I don't know. So
How rude of you. That's a terrible interpretation.
that was a great interpretation.
Let me.
I
trying to do.
sound like her better than she sounds like her, and that's a fact. Check it. Google it.
We're broadcasting.
Oh, okay. So would you get a microphone? Huh? See, she told you yes, but as soon as I asked, I don't know.
I think if there was one there.
She talking to it.
Yeah.
I think we should get one.
We have to.
We do have to.
Just gotta find a way to plug it up.
We can figure it out.
Sorry, guys. The train is back on the rails.
That's we're gonna get back. Where was I at? Oh,
Houston Zoo.
Houston
Didn't
Zoo,
really think you'd seen
huge.
everything.
We didn't. So they have a map, all that you can go on your phone and see, and it'll like track where you're at, and you can go around it. We missed a whole like corner section of it in 3 hours. It
Really?
was huge.
Were there like rides and stuff there?
No,
No, yes, there was. There was a train.
was there? Oh, there was a train and a merry-go-round. I'm sorry, I lied to you. We
Y'all
didn't get
eat-
on
Y'all
it.
eat there? Was there any food?
We did.
We did, and my pizza was not that good.
Well,
okay,
my
pizza.
burger was delicious.
Did you get bacon?
No, it was just a cheeseburger. That's all they really had. They were packed. It was like okay, I can have you imagine it. Imagine a school lunchroom
Okay.
With 2 lines.
with 2 lines going either way.
One pizza.
No. You got to pick what you had, but there's a line out the door, and there's one line right here, one line right here. And this line goes off this way with its own cooks and cashiers and whatever.
Right.
This line goes off this way. And they don't bring you your food. You have to stay on like the assembly line, and they just hand you your food.
Oh, it's pre-cooked.
I don't
Already.
know.
Was
Because
your
they're
burger-
back. My burger was nice. It was warm.
But they already. Was
My
it?
pizza was pre-cooked.
The pizza was. Well, no, it wasn't. They have you can actually see the pizzas in the oven.
Okay.
Well, I mean, they were cooking as they ran out. But like
Yeah.
when you went up there was already burgers.
There was already pizza. There was no
Heard.
So they brought out the other stuff.
That's kind of how Tampa was.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
We've never been to Tampa.
That's pretty fun. Now the zoo you're describing is a lot. It sounds like the mother father too.
It was huge. I've never seen a zoo that big.
You gotta
I
go to
don't-
any like shows at the zoo? Any,
No,
like, animal
because the
shows?
times were weird.
No, but I got the phone call from the OB saying that my junior was in.
And of course I didn't get the call. I'm very excited. Have we told?
No.
Will we be? It's up to you, Papa.
Well, it seems like
She gave you that look like.
I'm having a child.
Now, why do you say it weird like that?
It's not weird. I just said it.
Say it differently. than that.
I'm having a child.
Well,
Now you gotta show me your belly.
you do kind of sound like Jasmine more.
I did call you a monkey. Woo!
What was that? 'Cause I was like, there it is. There's a monkey. What kind of monkey is that?
What kind of monkey is
You
that?
don't
What
even
kind of
know
monkey
your
are you?
monkeys.
You baboon?
No, I'm not a baboon.
Yes, you are.
No,
Have
I'm
you
not
seen?
built like that. I'm like a spider monkey.
No.
Long armed. You know what you're built like?
What am I built like?
You know what I'm gonna say.
I know what you're gonna say.
You know exactly what
I
I'm
know
gonna say.
exactly what you're
What
gonna
I'm
say.
gonna say.
I'll let you say it. So it's your idea. Because if I say it and then you say it, it's gonna seem like it was my idea. So I'll let you have this one.
Not only do you have a ball in your beard of just hair that's balled up, but you look like a petrified dog turd.
Petrified dog turd.
Petrified.
Now I want you to explain to the good people at home what the hell a petrified
I'm
dog
not gonna
turd.
have to explain because
Oh.
I'm gonna clip this moment, and right here is what petrified dog looks like.
It's white.
Now I'm gonna leave it up there for a second.
It's very white.
It's gone now, but
It's extremely white. Have you ever seen a petrified dog turd? Look it up.
No.
Yes.
No.
it's just gonna show you photos of Sam.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, it's white. You know what you look like?
What's that?
These microphones.
Really?
Dark.
This one here? The bottom side or the top side?
The top side. Moving on with a quickness. Are you okay? I'll give you time. It's
really
replaying. It's replaying. I understand. Are you done? Okay. So we also went to the Space Center, the Johnson Space Center. Shut up. All right, I'm tired of you. I'm tired of whoever that was in the comments of the last whatever because he's stupid, ignorant.
Yeah,
Just-
let's we'll talk about that after this space story. But I wanna I do wanna address
He's ignorant.
that guy and what he said.
Okay, we will, but we'll get. So while we were in there, I don't know if I've told you this, but we were going to look at hatches. Pretty much, it was just showing you hatches of different things. It was just interesting.
What's hatches?
Hatches like doors, pretty much.
Heard.
You know what I'm saying?
I am now. I
Hatches.
know what a hatch was. Okay, a hatch normally.
Well, like, you know.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
like the ones that you turn the. Do you know what I'm saying, or are you just
Yes,
okay? Well,
you
you're
just
saying.
described two
Well-
different styles of.
Well,
hatches.
you're saying yeah, but you're like, yeah. So I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but okay. We were going into the entrance of said exhibit of different hatches.
Mhm.
This little kid comes walking in, and he's like trying to push me out the way.
Right.
So I'm looking at him, and then the mom, instead of like pulling the kid out of the way, goes over to my mom and just like pushes her out
Mom
the way.
versus mom.
And she's like
Kid
trying to
versus
push her
kid.
out, and they're all just trying to push us out of the way. I've never been in a place
Tell him about the snot.
where there was so many ignorant ass people.
Mind you, we were the only white people.
We were
This
the
Houston?
only one. This is in Houston.
And let me tell you something, Houston, my childhood is ruined. I thought Houston and Texas and all that was cowgirls, cowboys, boots, hats. No.
The whitewash got.
No, let me tell you something. It was
Nope.
Mexicans and
That was terrible. That was terrible.
Dude, that's 3 for
That's
3.
that's. I'm gonna take that out. But it was.
Watch out, women.
It was. I'm gonna be misogynistic next. So I've already been racist.
Man.
Just getting there. But it was Indians. Nothing against them. But I kid you not. Going to because when we went to Houston, there was, black people, white people. There was all kinds of people. But specifically
A lot of Indians.
specifically at the Space Center, not like the zoo, there was a bunch of different people. Bunch of different kinds of people.
Mhm.
Specifically at the Space Center.
Specified.
Specifically.
Only the Space Center.
The only
Not
place.
throughout Houston.
No.
Just the.
Just the Space Center.
Okay.
We were damn near the only white people.
Hmm.
Tell
There
him about
was-
the girl in the green shirt and her kids.
Was that the snot thing? Okay. Well, we were going up. I don't know if you know, but the Space Center in Houston has the Boeing that was carrying the space shuttle on top of it, like a remake of it. So you can go in and see what they saw, whatever.
I'm with you.
And we were going up the stairs to go into the space shuttle. We were going into the space shuttle, and there was this group of people that had just cut this long line that was behind us, just cut and come up behind us. Cut all these people off. Again, not white people, not black people. Nothing against them, but it was Indians.
What are you? So, okay, right. Go ahead.
I'm just clarifying that we were the only white people.
Right.
Like we
Caucasian.
we were tourists.
Y'all the minority.
Yes,
Okay.
we were tourists, but these were like tourists, if you know what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm with
And we were walking up the stairs, and I hear a sneeze, right?
you.
And you know, I like space, so it'd be very hard to ruin a day at a space center.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Okay, we're walking up the stairs, and I hear, achoo, and I turn around, and this kid takes his hand off of his nose and just has snot falling out of his hand. Not only does he not wipe it off or lick it or anything, doesn't even get rid of it, he starts playing with it like it's slime.
You're lying.
No,
dude.
and then after he gets done playing with it, he just starts slinging it. And it's hard to ruin my day. It's hard to ruin a day for a person like me who loves space at a space center. But when this kid is behind me molding this like it's Play-Doh,
Right.
I about lost it. Because when he started slinging it, if even a microscopic piece of snot had got on me, I would have punted this child off of the stairs. And we're about 3 stories up.
3?
I would have thrown him off of it. That would have pissed me
How
off.
old was he?
How about 9 or 10?
Not even that old. Was he? So probably about 9 or 10, yeah.
Was
And
he
it-
taller than my oldest?
Probably about the same height.
Yeah, probably about the
Okay,
same
he's
height.
About 7, 8. Still,
And he was just,
my oldest
Playing
is
with it, and he was
sneezing
just-
in his hand doing that.
if he had got that snot on me, I would have been pissed.
But not even that. Like, they had went to one of the things before us and then ended up in the same one as us because, like, they would just keep cutting lines.
Yeah, they were just
We
cutting
had-
through the lines.
Something like that.
I don't
But-
know if we ever went to, like, India or something and we stood in a line, they would be so stupid.
They'd be
Yeah,
on
'cause
their
they-
podcast talking about.
These white people came around and was just staying in line. They were in our way.
I thought he was gonna come with the Indian accent. It didn't really hit as well.
Well, but I don't want it.
You're this.
I'm close. I might as well.
You know what I'm saying? You know?
There was no, I'm not gonna do that. But nothing. I don't know their culture, right? So maybe they don't have lines because I've seen videos of them driving and there ain't no lights. They just go.
I don't know. I've
I don't know
definitely
if
seen
they-
a lot of the games where they go 2 for 2 and they're like playing little mini games and they got a nice line going.
Do they?
Yeah.
Well, I don't
Like
know
win
because
rice and oils and stuff. You've seen those. Y'all seen those videos?
no,
Really?
really.
I'm not being racial. Those videos
I think
really
you
exist.
are.
No, those videos are real.
I've said some things on accident today, but that was on purpose.
They're really fun. They're like, I'm not gonna.
No, do it.
No.
Okay. But yeah, we were now, you were talking about, go to Galveston.
Galveston,
Galveston,
Where was-
Texas. So Galveston is, like I said, there's Texas, and Galveston's in Texas. It's Galveston, Texas, but it's like an island
below Texas.
below Texas. A very haunted island. I'll get to that. It's very haunted,
Okay.
apparently. But that's the ghetto.
For real.
The ghetto's nice.
We're talking projects. Oh, it was nice.
The ghetto is nice for what that was.
Stop talking about ghetto and tell him about Queen.
I'm getting there.
You're getting there pretty slow.
Okay,
Come
well,
on,
I'm trying to
Queen.
explain how. Exactly.
Get to it, Queen.
We were looking for the.
Yes, Queen. All right.
We were getting. We got lost. Right.
in
Oh,
Galveston.
We didn't
You
know.
got lost. You got lost in Texas.
Yes, it was awful. And we were cemetery. It was a cemetery ghost tour.
Mm-hmm.
Found the cemetery,
Right.
but it told us to go off Broadway Street or whatever it was, and we looked it up on the maps, and it took us all the way down. So we come back to the cemetery because it's the only cemetery there, and we start going around. And I said, "Why don't we ask these nice ladies outside if
Right.
they look nice? They have 2 kids out there,
Right.
and why don't we ask them where to go if they've ever seen it?" So we pull up. I'm glad my mother was driving. I didn't have to talk to them. She rolls the window down. She says, "Hey, do y'all know where the cemetery is?" And the ghost tour is. White lady comes up because there's a white and a black lady. So that's how I'm going to refer to him.
And there's a kid there.
One kid?
There's one kid.
Okay.
Child.
I'm with you.
Probably like 6.
No, not even 6, like 4 or 5.
I'm with you.
And she comes up. She says, "What did you say?" And she said, "Do you know where the ghost tour is?" And she said, "Bitch, they do ghost tours." And then
This is the white lady?
This is the white lady. And the black lady was like, "What did that queen say? What queen, what did you say?" And she said, "They do ghost tours." She said, "What's a ghost tour, queen?" She said, "Bitch, a ghost tour." And she said, "Oh, a ghost tour." She said, "I got to get on to that. Do you know where they're doing it?" And we
Ask
said,
your mom that?
"Yes." And we said, "No, that's what we're trying to figure out."
Right.
And then, like, first off, they're high on something.
Both drunk.
They're on something or drunk. There's a child
Were they
there.
walking or just standing there when y'all rode up
Well,
on
there's
them?
a car there. So that's why we thought they were with the ghost tour. Because who's just going to park at a cemetery? But then I forgot where I was at. And, that was
Wait, they parked at a cemetery
They
with
were
the...
sitting on the brick.
on the brick. So the cemetery is in, because there's 7 cemeteries. I'm getting to that. And one, it's cased off by brick. They had parked, I'm assuming it's their car. They had parked over there and was sitting on the bricks, just hanging out
What
at the
time we
cemetery.
talking?
9, yeah. It's late to have a
And it's
5-year-old out. Yeah, it's cold. Now, obviously, I didn't feel cold because I was sunburnt terribly
Right, from Houston.
from Houston, of course, because you were in the cold in December. And first off, when we asked her about the ghost tour, she says, "Oh, I just moved here. I'm from Houston, an hour away, and didn't know anything about Galveston."
That's kind of weird. It's like moving to Huntsville and be like, "I just moved here. I don't know anything about Bridge Street."
I don't know anything about it. Nothing at all. So that's where that. But that's the one time I've ever heard somebody frequently use queen in their vocabulary.
Did you say yes, queen?
No,
She
apparently
knew
my
that.
brother. So we were sitting in the back seat.
Our doors are unlocked. And she kept getting close to the door, and I kept looking at the lock, and I was like,
Well, see, my brother was in the passenger seat, which is the window that was down, which is the one she come up to.
Oh, your mom was yelling
Through
across.
across the so
That's
she
so
she
funny.
comes up to the window and she's
funny,
like
Josh.
leaning into it. She's like, what, and you can see him, he's in the seat scooting away further and further. And as we drive off, we were like, did her breath stink? He said, "I don't know, I was just hoping she didn't crawl into the window."
Was she like had her head in?
Oh, she was like, what? Like, damn near trying to get in the car. And we drove off because we called the people.
we avoided them.
We
Right.
we
And
called
they were
the
not a part of the tour.
No, not at all. I don't know what happened to them or what they did, because we left, called the tour people, and they were like, "Yeah, that's the cemetery. You'll just park up the street or buy it." So we ended up just parking by
And
it.
his brother started playing really scary music. And
Yeah.
the tour guide lady was walking as fast as the music, and I was like,
Up to the car. She come to us. That's it. We didn't meet her because we were supposed to meet her, but we were sitting in the car because we were supposed to meet her 15 minutes early.
and she's called the Lady in Black.
The Lady in Black.
So I didn't know that was her.
And she was
walked up on
she
y'all?
was walking up on us.
What'd she say when I got?
She said, "Are y'all here for the tour?" And we said, "Yeah." She said, "Oh, okay. Well, I'm your tour guide,
What was her name?
Annette." A great tour guide.
She was great.
If
in
you
Galveston,
in Galveston,
Texas.
Annette
Annette.
cemetery, or what the
What was the cemetery name?
the old
No, it's not
Pause.
Christian. It's not. It's with like nuns and
The old Milrow
no
Pentecostal.
no.
Old Catholic
Mormon.
cemetery.
Old Catholic.
Old Catholic
Old
cemetery.
Catholic cemetery.
The old Catholic cemetery ghost tour with Annette.
In
Best one
Galveston,
we've been on
Texas.
in Galveston, Texas. And she wasn't shy. She said that was the hood.
I hope she sees this.
Oh no, she said that one dude came up on her with a hammer, and she said, "You don't bring a hammer to a gunfight."
She had a gun?
She was packing,
She had a pistol on her.
ready to shoot.
That is true. You don't bring a hammer to a gunfight.
Okay,
No.
I'm about to tell him this part because you have not told him yet.
Well, I was probably getting there.
Shame on
Huh?
you.
I was probably getting there.
Probably. So we were standing there, and I noticed this dude standing over there.
Come over here and speak into it so they can hear you, because this is a good thing. So
Then you do it.
Okay.
Don't miss out nothing.
I'm not. Are you talking about the guy that showed up? Right.
But you gotta say
Okay.
what she said.
He doesn't remember.
No.
What she said
whenever she spotlighted him.
Oh, what he was doing? Okay. So we were in the middle of the ghost tour, obviously. And this guy comes around. This is after the police have scattered all the hoodlums away.
From the cemetery?
From the cemetery. There was a bunch of them.
They'll go up there and like break headstones and everything.
Yeah, destroy
So
headstones.
the cops had to come tell people to leave
Yes,
before they did the ghost tour.
No, we were in the middle of the ghost tour. They were just people probably
Oh.
17, 18, maybe 19, 20 earlier. And
Just there,
sitting on the brick. Kind of like those other people were, just sitting on the brick, looking at us, probably going to attempt to rob us and
Right.
get hurt, but that's not the point. But we were walking, and this is after they all had to scatter because the cops came. This guy is standing behind, like, the old office building. And he's just standing there, looking the opposite way. And we said, hey, there's somebody standing over there. Now, again, she's not shy. She takes his flashlight and beams it on him and makes herself known. And then she said, he's probably just taking a piss. And we said, oh, okay. He starts walking over there, cuts his little headlamp on. And he said, I'm here for the tour, she said. It started an hour ago.
And he was pissing in the...
I don't think he was taking a piss. And, yeah, he was like Canadian. I think he was from Canada. Because he was, sorry. I'm sorry. So he comes over there.
An hour ago.
We think. I'm getting there. He said, I'm here for the ghost tour. And she said, oh, well, let me see it. It started an hour ago. Wasn't our ghost tour. The ghost tour guide had no idea what this tour was for.
And she was born and raised
in Galveston.
So she knows everything about Galveston.
And it's like she studies Galveston. She knows everything about Galveston. Had no idea what this tour was.
But he had like a tour.
But he had a thing that he paid for. And she was like, yeah, you're going to have to call him. I have no idea what that is. So then he starts to walk off. We look up. Gone.
No car, no
Don't know where he's at. There was no car that parked
cemetery.
in a haunted cemetery. Not to mention, throughout this hour-and-a-half long tour, there's not a single other tour in this cemetery.
Oh, so it's just y'all.
Just us.
How many people was in the group with you?
It was just us.
What?
We got lucky.
You got a personal tour?
Yes. But hear me out. This guy coming to talk about a tour that was supposed to happen at 9 o'clock. At that same place. Our tour was at 8 because it was dark. His tour was at 9. We were there past 9:30. Not a single tour in that cemetery.
Yeah, the tour was only supposed to last an hour, and we were there for like almost 2 because she was telling us everything.
We don't think this guy was real.
Y'all don't think he was
He
real?
disappeared, bro.
There was no car.
No cars at this haunted cemetery. He doesn't live there.
Did y'all see the flash on the man's phone? Like when he like,
Yeah, I don't
showed
know.
it to her? Did you see
I seen that he
the
flipped his
brightness of her
phone.
screen?
and
What did she do? How was her reaction?
Well, she was just like, yeah, I don't. She said, I don't know what this is. I've never seen this tour here before. You're going to have to call him. And then he said, oh, okay, sorry. And then started to walk off. So we continued with the tour. We look up. There was no car because we were looking for cars to see if he was part of the tour. He's gone. There's no other tour the next hour that we're there, which is past the time that he was supposed to be having a tour. Yeah, and she went home.
What was he wearing?
Black.
Like a all black?
Yeah, and a headlamp.
Could you see his face?
Yeah.
What do he look like?
White.
Old
I wouldn't say old. I'd
Yeah,
say
a
he's probably
beard
in
or
his
anything?
30s. No.
Clean shave.
Mm-hmm.
Could you see his hair?
No, because he had the headlamp on. He had like a hat, like a toboggan with a headlamp.
But my only thing is, why was his back turned? Why was he standing over there for so long?
Yeah. If he was looking for a tour, why was he standing in the cemetery?
We also heard little children laughing
We did.
in the cemetery, and there was nobody else there.
I don't know why kids would be in the cemetery. Besides that one with those 2 people.
Well, yeah, but why would they be laughing
Giggling
and giggling?
loudly. And then Sam, he heard something in like this brick.
Mausoleum.
Wait, was it the one with the cross?
Oh.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
He heard something, and he thought he was going crazy, and I was like, he was like, you heard that? I was like, yeah.
Yeah, it was like.
You
it was
heard that.
yeah,
You heard an actual like.
but it wasn't like towards us. It wasn't like a. It was more of just like standing there like a sigh. It was weird. It could have been wind, but it wasn't really windy. So I'm not going off. Yeah, I'm not going off wind.
Yeah, both heard it.
It was weird.
Ooh.
It was kind of.
It
It
might
was.
not have been weird.
I don't know if he was real because we were thinking about it after we left. We never seen another tour. We never seen him looking for anybody. We didn't see the headlamp. There was no cars.
Gone.
I don't know. He was just gone. He just disappeared. And that's not a place you just walk around at.
And you know, whatever, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't remember him walking off. I remember him turning
So I don't.
She got a picture of a little boy and a nun.
She did.
From
That-
cemetery, and she doesn't know how to like edit photos or nothing.
She got it that night.
No, not that night.
Oh, she
There
just
was a
had one.
girl that took a picture in the mausoleum I showed you with the cross that was
Mhm.
crooked. A girl took a picture in it on one of her tours, and she made her send it to her before they left.
And
Yeah.
it was that was a girl laying down on a pillow.
Mhm.
The nun that she got and the little boy.
That some bitch looked like she was walking around. That nun was creepy.
Really?
Hmm.
Did y'all get to?
We got
She couldn't
bored.
send it to y'all or anything.
Well, no, I didn't. I wasn't gonna ask for it. It's not mine. I'm not gonna go around talking about.
I mean, you're doing it right now.
Well, yeah, but I'm not claiming that it was mine. If I had the picture on
Well,
my
I mean,
phone,
No, of course not. Of course not. Of course not.
but it was a really
Wait,
creepy
well,
cemetery.
Why was the cross sideways?
Because that's how he held it.
Ah. Okay. That's how Jesus carried it to the.
Yes,
Okay.
that's why they had it.
Okay, I'm with you.
So if you ever see a mausoleum with a crooked cross,
Just know
you know why.
it's on it.
It's on
That too. That cemetery is also buried on top of another cemetery. That's also buried on top of another cemetery. That's guess what?
No.
Yes,
no.
it is,
Not on
Jasmine.
top of cemeteries. It's on top of different bodies.
Right.
That's not called a cemetery. That's just called a grave.
What are graves in?
Okay, but you don't have a cemetery on top of a cemetery.
Yes. Listen, you're not letting me finish. If you want to speak how you're speaking, get a microphone. You're not
Is it
gonna.
a cemetery on top of a cemetery, or is it graves on top of graves?
Now the correct term.
Would be graves on top of graves.
Correct.
Right. But if
correct.
the whole plot
But a lot of graves
is a
together-
cemetery.
Yeah.
and if
yeah.
there's a lot more on top of that, that dirt, so there's graves.
Well, no, because the cemetery is what's the final top level is the cemetery.
Okay, then whatever.
Not
You're right.
anything
Whatever.
below.
Oh well. The bottom. So they buried a bunch of people, right? They buried a bunch of people in all 7 of these cemeteries,
Right.
and then they ran out of room, so they laid dirt on top of all of them, buried more people, laid more dirt on top of all of them, buried more people, and then did it one more time, and now it's full. So you can't get buried there.
Well, I mean, they just need another layer of dirt.
They
Sounds
just
like
need
that
another
thing ain't
layer of
full.
dirt. That's all it is. I'll put a picture. I'll show you later if I can. But there's one of a baby that died.
It's right here.
It's right here. Oh, that's a different one. Albert is the oldest one. It's been there for like 200-something years or 300-something
And
years.
Albert's here.
Albert is here. But the one I'm talking about is that's right here. It was like 1894 or something like that.
You didn't give me enough time.
To 1894, so it was
Right.
an infant. And it was buried under one of the other graves. So it shows like the layers of graves that there are. And that actually had dug out like the dirt that was on top of it so you could see it because it was a baby. She was very sweet.
Did you take care of the graves?
She does. She actually has a GoFundMe or something like that. She didn't really tell us. She uses her tips to pay to fix them.
Y'all find Annette on GoFundMe somewhere in Galveston, Texas, and fund her.
She
for
helps.
the good work she's doing.
She helps rebuild the tombstones that these hoodlums go around breaking for fun for some
Hood
reason.
freaking rats,
Bro,
man.
it was the ghetto. Now that she's not sitting here telling me to shut up, it was the ghetto. And I'm not talking about like the west side of Florence, okay? I'm talking about like ghetto, like
Like-
O Block,
like
like
zone,
hood.
8-6, like zone 6.
like hood. I mean, we were sitting there in the
Like
tour.
O-block.
We were sitting there on the tour, and this dude comes walking by, and I just look over, he has a dog. I was looking at the dog. He and just starts spitting at me 30 feet away.
No way, dude.
And just starts spitting at me. Like he's nowhere near us to spit at us. Like if I'm right here, he's way over there. And I just look over at him and he's and like hawking loogies at us. But it's he's not close enough to spit, so I don't know why he's
friendly
doing
banter.
it. I don't know why he's doing it. But he's just
Like you're talking about
like repeatedly, like walking down the street and is just walking his dog. Where he's going is this way. He's walking his dog this way, and he's just and keeps walking, and then turns back around and just starts spitting at us. Like, bro, what are you doing? What did I even do to you? Why are you? And like just start spit. I don't know what we did to piss him off, but he just starts spitting. It makes no sense.
That's atrocious, dude.
And then another person walked by and he's like, "Hey, what are y'all doing?" And we just look at him. And
Hey, what are y'all doing?
she turns the light and beams it on him. and then turns it back and just continues with her tour. And she says, "Don't worry about him."
No way.
And just
We'll be all right.
like whenever somebody would walk by, like the dude that was spitting, that's what caught his attention. I'm not lying. You were there. What do you mean? And so, like anybody that walked by, she was not shy. Anybody that walked by, she didn't just look to see. She turned and then beamed the light on them to look at them.
So you get a clear view.
Huh?
4 kids.
4 kids. 4 kids?
4 kids.
Right. 4 kids.
Not the
The lady that
podcast.
killed her 4 kids.
Right. Last story about the cemetery. There was a lady that had a bunch of babies. How many did she have? 6? Bunch of kids? 5 kids. And
Let me tell this one, because you're going to mess it up.
microphone. Or speak loud enough to where they can hear you. Okay.
So this girl,
I was about to fix that problem real quick. I think. One second. Don't worry.
We're going to have a little intermission. And now, what was this story that you were talking about? This is Jasmine.
okay, so this lady had 5 kids. A 12-year-old was the oldest.
Please bring the microphone closer to your mouth. Not that close. There you go. Nope. A little bit close. There you go.
Okay,
Okay.
so this lady had 5 kids. The oldest was a 12-year-old. The youngest was what? A few months old?
Yeah. Just like newborn. Just been
Yeah,
born.
well, the newborn had died. So then now she only has 4 kids. No, it was 6 kids.
Yeah, she had 6 kids.
Yeah,
I
it was
right.
6 kids. The newborn had died, and the oldest was a 12-year-old. Well, they put what was it? The medicine that she put in the.
I don't remember. She poisoned her kids.
Yeah, she poisoned her kids. Okay,
That's what it was.
what was it?
Arsenic.
Yeah. Okay, so the 12-year-old had went to their dad worked at was it a factory, pharmacy, something like that? It was a building right beside it, and she was like, "Dad, Mom's trying to put something in our wine," because back then they gave kids wine to
Put them to sleep.
warm up because it was cold. It would make them warm up and go to bed. So, and then the dad was like, no, she's not. You know,
You're crazy.
if you say that again about your mom, I'm going to whoop you, basically. So, they go in, and what was it? The dad heard screaming.
Mm.
Yeah, the dad heard screaming, and he ran over there.
All
And-
4 of them kids was dead.
Yeah, all 4 of the kids were dead. The 12-year-old made it, went to the hospital, and what else was it?
Oh, then they arrested her,
Yeah,
but they put her in a psych ward.
Yeah, put her in a psych
Yeah.
ward.
But only
Yeah.
for a few months, not for long.
Yeah, for a few months, and then they told the husband like, "Hey,
She's fine. Come get her.
yeah, she's fine. Come get her." The husband was like, "No, she's not."
But he came and got her.
Came and got her, and then she put that stuff in her wine and killed herself.
Question: is that kind of like the story in American Horror Story? There's like a background characters, and that's what the woman had did. She had murdered her
Probably.
children with poison, and the husband was trying to get the wife to stay, but they kept saying like, "Hey, she's not crazy." Maybe I'm crazy.
No,
And
I
then-
think you're right. I
And then
think you're
there's
right.
another one that you didn't tell, I don't think. But this couple was together and they had 10 kids. Did you tell that story?
10
They had-
kids.
They had 10 kids and they had already bought their burial plot. And dude cheated on her. And she was like, "Do not put me with him. Like, do not bury me with him."
Yeah.
So they didn't bury her with him, but he is 12 feet under by himself.
Well,
Yeah.
12
By himself, and she's buried right beside him.
with a crown
Yep, with a
on
crown.
her tombstone.
Yeah.
So he's all alone, locked up
What
in
else
that
was it?
cellar.
Oh, the what was it? What was the soldiers? What were one
Edward
of them?
Lee.
Yeah, but what were they?
He was a Union soldier.
Union, and then the other
His
one
dad
was
a Confederate.
yes. Okay, so the Union soldier.
I don't know.
The Union soldier, they.
Let me tell this one. Let me.
No,
tell this
I
one.
am.
No, I'll tell this one. I'll tell this one. I'll tell this one. You just watch it. You just watch it. Edward Lee, who is related to Robert E. Lee, was a Union soldier. His dad was a Confederate soldier. And while they were fighting, Edward Lee was injured and was going to die. He said the only thing he wanted was his father to be there. His father come over there. They're both Masons. You know what the Masons are. like Freemasons, whatever. And
But they didn't
So-
let any of the Confederate soldiers in there but his
yes,
dad.
they did. They didn't let none of them in there except his dad because, they're Union soldiers. But when the Confederates found out about it, they're Masons. So all the Confederate soldiers paid for the tombstone that's actually still there and paid for his funeral. And it was like 90% Confederate soldiers at his funeral. There were some Union soldiers because they were Masons, but it was all Masons at his funeral. They stopped the whole war so his dad could go see him. Stopped the whole war so his dad could go over there and see him because he's a Mason. They
And
were all
then
Masons, just brotherhood. That's all it is.
On his tombstone, let's see. I don't remember what it said exactly.
I got a friend who's a Mason.
Do you?
Yeah, a good friend of mine.
Really?
He's like a year or two older than me.
Masons
Ring, full, it's
has the rings and...
He has a ring. He has his license plate. Has the.
How does one obtain Mason status?
He kind of told me there's two ways. The main way.
Couldn't get into detail. If I told you, I'd have to kill you.
I mean, there's.
No, pretty much.
I mean,
I wasn't lying. I wasn't a joke. I was being...
He was like, he told me the two main reasons if you get grandfathered in, or you can go ask to join, but you have to know a good amount of Masons already and get voted.
So you've got to be grandfathered in, pretty much.
It's a family.
Because I don't know any Masons.
Okay, so his last words.
Hey, point the microphone to you. There you go.
Okay, his last words were, "My father is here," and it happened in 1937 to 1963, and it was published in 2005.
That's when they made it
Made what?
his tombstone. When they made his gravesite a actual United States thing. Historical.
And it was also
So 20 years ago.
this tombstone thing. That's what the rich people had back in the day.
Yeah, because that would cost
marble and all that.
about $500,000 to make now with the stuff that it's being used that's in it. What'd she say? Like a couple $1,000s?
That's a what was this? An iron?
Yeah, that's a metal tombstone.
Yeah.
That's metal. Yeah,
They break them up.
there was metal tombstones. It was kind of cold. She let us touch them.
Chilling.
It was cold.
All these little yellow specks right here are ghosts. They're orbs. Okay, you can take this thing back now. It's kind of heavy.
She's tired of holding it now. See, that's why we're gonna get you a microphone that you can just set up over there.
But yeah, it was neat.
Yeah, it was a cool place. The beaches there were cool.
Okay, sorry, Sam. Look at how happy he looks. Look at little kid.
Was that at the Science Museum?
No. Yeah, we were going to the zoo and we saw this too.
Was that the president's?
Yeah, they had like a Mount Rushmore kind of thing going on over there.
It looks small.
It was tiny.
Video of the seal.
Looks really small.
But the beaches were cool. They weren't as crowded. We went early in the morning that day too,
Was
cause
it cold?
Up close.
Why is his eyes like
I don't know,
that?
but
it swam right beside us.
I'm gonna slap that ugly thing.
But
dude.
the Gulf of Mexico,
Freaking, what is that?
it's a sea lion.
I don't freaking like those animals, dude.
They're cool. What do you
freaking hate sea
mean?
lions now, dude. I don't know why.
You
After I
just
seen
don't
that
like
video,
them.
I freaking hate sea lions.
But
the tiger that roared at us.
They made it better.
But the Gulf of Mexico is really cold all the time.
Freaking sea lion.
It's
dude.
freezing. You're a monkey, you baboon.
You freaking ugly sea lion.
Okay, whatever. Whatever. The beaches were cool. The
Sam says in this video, by the way, you spend $41, you can adopt one of those animals.
you can. Gives you a certificate and everything.
Did you?
I'm going to.
Sam's too cheap.
I'm going to. I just said I was going to, but okay.
But you knew that statement was coming. didn't
I
you?
knew it was coming. That's
You
why I'm not
previously
phased.
said no.
No, I haven't. I'm the one that brought it up.
Okay, what's another thing that happened at the
That was true.
Hey. He went on vacation. He's got to talk about vacation.
It was.
give him that.
What were you about to say?
I was going to talk about the hurricane that happened in Galveston. The orphanage, they had,
An orphanage.
yeah,
That's where the nun come from.
the orphanage, they So they had like tied them to a nun. There was 10 nuns, and they had a certain amount of kids that they tied to each nun. Well, the 2 oldest boys they couldn't.
3 oldest.
Was it 3?
It was 3.
If they couldn't tie to a nun.
They couldn't tie. They didn't have time.
Yeah, they didn't
The
have
hurricane
time.
came and hit it. They
So the-
they went youngest to oldest and tied because they thought the water was going to come grab the kids and bring it to the ocean.
Yeah.
So they tied them to the nuns because the nuns were strong enough to fight waves.
So they, after it hit, the 3 oldest boys ended up in a tree.
Hanging on for dear life.
While all the other kids had died.
Drowned. They were in the building.
Walmart that we went to in
Tied to
Galveston
something like that.
was the orphanage.
The what?
The Walmart in Galveston is where the orphanage was at
Yeah, so the Walmart in Galveston, they close at 9 o'clock.
because nobody wants to stay there later than 9
Whoa,
o'clock.
Walmart built a place over an orphanage.
Where an orphanage was at, and the 3 boys that were in there, like the kids that are there or were in the orphanage.
No, it wasn't the 3rd boys. The 3rd boys were still
Yeah, I corrected myself. The kids that died in that apparently roam around in that Walmart.
Annette said that she had a ball get thrown at her, and she was literally playing with the ghost in an aisle with a ball.
But they close at 9 because nobody, like, they don't get trucks unless it's during the day. That's how freaked out people are that work at that Walmart because of the stories. Yeah, like they close early because of it. They don't take trucks at night.
I would too.
I want to go
I'm the
there.
first person to die on a forklift, dude, other than the trailer. Like, what happened?
I don't know. I don't know what happened.
There was a pallet in the air and his neck was broken on the forklift. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it's that Galveston's haunted entirely.
So it's probably not a big. It's not a big area.
No, we drove across it 3 times. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's
I mean, you could probably drive across the island from the bottom to the top, probably 20 minutes, if that, and then from side to side, probably 45 minutes, something like that. It's not huge
That's
at
not
all.
big at all.
No,
That's
But
EDB.
the island is expensive.
very expensive.
He spent
Do people live on the island?
Yes,
Oh.
that's why I said it's like the ghetto. It's like when you said the projects, that's like what the island is. So if the island's this big, this much of it is like not a good place to be if you're not
And you
from
have a
there.
Slither.
Like
of-
if you're from there, oh well, you know. But if you're a tourist there, people look at you like crazy. But then there's this little sliver that's gift shops, Whataburgers, food, beaches, ice cream.
nice touristy spot.
Yeah, that's where you want to stay because it gets
wicked over there.
wicked over there. All right.
You eat KFC.
That's crazy. Do I eat KFC?
What
No,
kind
I
of
used to
question
work
is that? Look at him.
No, I used to work at KFC, so I don't eat there.
You don't? Okay, good. Because we
I know how their stuff's made.
out of our bathing suits.
We had to change in a gas station to get ready for the ghost tour.
No, we didn't.
We were gonna change in a gas station.
But I wouldn't.
She was scared.
Changed in water.
We changed in Whataburger.
But anyways,
in the
we went to
bathroom.
KFC first.
Right.
They had some legs and thighs, all right. Let me tell you.
Them stomachs was tore up, boy. I tell you what, them stomachs was tore up.
Nuh-uh.
It
The
was,
girls' bathroom.
had shit on it, all on the toilet seat.
Shit all over. Somebody shit all over the toilet.
Whataburger wasn't any better for the boys' bathroom. We walked in there and Josh was changing. I was waiting on him because there was only one stall. He was changing. He says, "Ugh." I said, "What?" He says, "It looks like clay." I said, "What the hell are you talking about?" He said, "Someone took a shit on the toilet, and it looks like clay."
Is that the place where the bathrooms open?
No, that was at
That's where we changed that.
No, it wasn't. Yes, it was. Yeah, we got changed before them, and we went and stood outside of the bathrooms. We were just waiting on them, and this lady comes in and she walked in. She went, "Are they bathrooms working?" We said, "Yeah, you can go. You can walk there." We were thinking about telling her no.
An old
Like
lady,
a
she came in,
station?
She's like, I guess them fellas are out there waiting on me, huh? I said, yeah, I guess. I don't know who you're talking about, but okay.
But yeah, we changed in a Whataburger bathroom.
What a burger. What a shit.
It was
Yeah.
nasty. Burger King or KFC was worse. KFC was disgusting. That was the,
The
girls'
bathrooms?
bathroom. I didn't even want to look at the guys' bathroom. If the woman's bathroom was that nasty,
There's not a toilet in the guys.
no, not at
It's
all.
ripped out.
It's
Just a hole in the
It's
ground.
been destroyed. It's absolutely
Shit all over
disgusting.
the walls.
It was terrible.
Numbers that say if you want head, call this number.
Oh, then we were if you want a good time, call this number. Probably we didn't go in there. We didn't even open the door. On the way back though, on the way back. It was nighttime. We were going across this place that has no service. Was that around the no service place? Okay, we had service. We were just.
With the red dots.
Red dots. Y'all were in the bad part of town.
Yeah, that's some beams. Yeah. So we were turning to head back, and we're turning, and Mom, she turns, and we're driving. We had turned, and we were heading back, and she noticed. She was like, "Why are those, reflectors red?" And Mom said, "Does that say wrong way?"
No
And
way,
we're
dude.
driving down, and a car starts coming straight towards us. We roll down the windows on the right side. Our road is on the other side of the ditch. We're going the complete wrong way on a busy street.
She goes, oh, we're going the wrong way.
And she, whoop, skirts that thing around.
Like a U-turn?
Yes, and there's a car coming. Amidst this, I'm watching Oregon get their ass whooped by Ohio State.
You was ready.
I was ready for it. I was expecting it.
Why? How'd
But
y'all end up on the wrong side of the road?
well, the GPS was like, usually if there's a median, it says it goes straight a little bit, then turn.
Yeah.
So this one was like turn. So we turned, and it was pitch black outside. So we ended up going the wrong way. Don't know how.
Glad y'all here.
We figured it out quick enough. We would have figured it out in about 5 minutes when that car started
18
coming
months,
straight
come on,
towards
man.
us. Yeah, it would have been bad. But we did figure it out. And then what else did we do? I don't know. What'd you do in Boston? How did Boston go? Did you go the wrong way to Boston?
I know, as a grown woman, your mom was like, "What the fuck?" Got 2 kids in the car, bro.
She said, we were driving by, and she said, "We're going the wrong fucking way." Questionable. I'm just kidding.
Half a chopped liver.
Half.
Um,
How was Boston?
It was.
How was the flight?
Flight was good.
Flight was good.
Flight was good. They do.
They do.
One in the front, one in the back.
I'm assuming you were. Never mind.
Yes, I was in the back.
Okay.
There and back. Almost every time I've flown, I've been in the back.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
Maybe we should go sit in the front.
So that's where the money is. You know,
Right. Maybe you should go sit in the front.
They almost put me where the cargo is, but I was like,
Oh, please, here's an extra $1.
I can read. So we're on the plane.
Okay, right.
and everything was going smooth. My oldest had rode in the window seat, and I was on the outside aisle. He had got him a glass of water. I sat it down. I put it on my little tray. We good to go. We flying. I'm like, I'm going to take a nap. He's laying in my lap. We nap. Slump, right?
Sleeping good.
I jerk. Bro, tell me why. The bottle's probably about this much water in it. The whole thing, bro.
No.
All over his head. All in my lap, bro. So I had to ride.
With a wet lap.
Yes.
That's better than
sopping wet.
It's better than his head being soaked with water.
I mean, granted, I would much rather have wet hair than freaking wet pants. I looked at the wife. You know what she said?
What?
You pissed yourself. That's what she said to me on the plane in front of other people.
And was people looking?
No, they were asleep.
Oh.
They were asleep.
You got lucky.
I did. But Boston, it was nice.
Was it cold?
It was.
It was 80 degrees where I was at.
No, surprisingly, it was warmer in Boston because Boston had almost no wind. So instead of you feeling 35 and wind, you were just feeling 35.
And that was it.
Yeah, there wasn't no wind attached to it. Was that?
Because I know
that
the
was
couple
nice.
pictures you sent me, you had on a couple jackets. And
I did. Now, I wasn't layered up the way I'm layered here, but I had on my Carhartt and my shiesty. Dude, so, it's a big city, got the kids, the wife, mother-in-law. I'm the only man, right? I got to make sure all 4 of these people get here and back safely. So the mother-in-law, or my wife had said something about me wearing my shiesty, and I was like, this is not to keep warm. I was like, I actually burn up. I was like, this is just for intimidation purposes. She's like, for real? I was like, yeah. I was like, just wait. Just wait by the end of the trip. You'll see. So as we're walking anywhere, any restaurant,
People are
we're
looking.
walking in the stores, I'm behind them with both my hands in my pocket. And my shiesty up to here with just my eyes.
looks
and
like
my
you're about to
hoodie on.
rob these 2 white ladies.
Yes. Just walking behind them, bro, and the 2 kids, dude. And, like, with the last night, I was like, people just kept looking at me. Do you think they know I'm from the South? And I was like, probably. But I think the main thing is they see this tall black man behind y'all, like
Wearing a
4 or 5
mask?
feet. Bro, I'm on the subway like this, bro. They're sitting, like, right here, and I'm just like this on the subway.
You look like a normal crackhead.
Dude, it was hilarious, bro. We got a crackhead doing some backflips on the subway. It was nice.
Did you pay him?
Yeah, we got him like $7. Well, the wife gave him $5, and then we gave $1 to each of the kids, so they can have a little fun, experience some crackhead energy. He took the dollars. He's like, I love this, kids with jobs, and then put the dollars in there. But he asked the dude beside me. Dude beside me gave him $3, and he asked him, "Is that all you got?" And I sat there like, man, as a crackhead who was doing backflips on the subway, for you to ask this man, is that
For
all
you to
you
ask,
got?
is that all you have? Is the question.
It was funny. It was a good time. I wouldn't travel when the kid gets of age, and kids. I hope you have more. High areas like that, not. I'm gonna stop there.
I'm just gonna let it keep going.
Not for kids
Okay.
at all. I mean, yes, it's fun. The experience is fun, but
On
like
the subway.
on the subway, on the street, like just walking around, they're seeing a new place for the first time. They don't know how crazy the world is.
They just
know
think it's
how
cool.
crazy. Yeah, and they're kind of like wandering here and wandering there, and you're kind of like trying to keep them in. So it was nice. The kids definitely put a nerve on it, but they had a good time. Went to Legoland.
Legoland was probably fun.
It was extremely fun.
We did.
We did too.
We also went to a Build-A-Bear.
Did I make one?
We did.
We made 2 big ones for the baby, and then got 2 little ones.
Did I put like little hearts?
No.
No, I wanted to put a voice box, but Sam said
Sam. What the hell?
I'm not
dude?
paying $50 for you to put a voice thing in that's gonna go out in a week.
My grandma paid $200 so she could do it for all her grandkids. And you
Okay,
push this button, it
good
says,
for
"Mama
her."
Marshall loves you.
I'm
My
broke.
kids love it.
I'm broke. I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Did you see his bonus? I did too.
I seen yours too.
Yeah. So who's broke here?
Me. You're the one that got 10 grand
it's okay, because Monday he's going to be paying $200.
out the butt.
Why not the pee hole? More money comes there.
Cause that would hurt. I think I'll
But
be
not
all
coming
right.
out your anus.
No.
Slip right out there.
We were.
It ain't my fault your booty loose.
Have you heard of Vex bolts? The whole mass whole unfollowing thing.
Yeah, well,
You wanna
now
know-
it's coming back apparently.
You want to know what you want to know what Josh sent me?
What's that?
You know what my brother sent me?
Joshy boy.
You know where Vex bolts is at?
Where?
Like, what's today's date?
The 6th.
You know where he's at tomorrow?
Isn't today the inaugural?
Houston.
edition? Oh, he's in Houston tomorrow.
Yes,
Hmm.
for the mass refollowing, because everybody's gonna follow him back now. So this man just made millions of dollars.
Just for it to get banned on the 29th.
Right, 19th.
Oh, it's the 19th.
Yeah, it's the 19th.
What are we gonna do, dude?
We're just gonna keep doing
What are we gonna post, man?
Instagram, Facebook,
YouTube.
YouTube.
What are we gonna watch on our off times, dude? What are we gonna watch while we're taking a shit? Like, I don't want to go to the Facebook Reels, man.
Come on, Facebook Reels.
Facebook Reels are funny.
They're freaking hilarious.
They
I
are.
watch them things, but I fall asleep.
They're
I
funny.
love Facebook Reels since that's where we're gonna be posting.
Facebook Reels is great.
Uh,
Twitter.
Where we at on time?
I don't know. Continue about Boston.
Boston was that was it. Boston was fun. It was a short, sweet trip.
That was it?
Yeah, we had a good time.
There wasn't anything
Me
interesting.
and well, I'll say this. Me and the wife went out, and we thought, you know what, we're gonna have a night on the town and go see Boston. We stayed about an hour away from Boston, so we had to take subways and stuff into the main city. Stayed in Quincy. So at this time, it's probably about 11, and we're like, we'll
At
catch
night?
the yes.
Oh, okay.
So we'll catch the 11:09 bus, and we'll be headed into Boston.
And you didn't catch it.
11:04 rolls around, and guess what the wife is?
Where's she at?
She's on the shitter. She's on the shit, and I'm standing in the doorway like, we got 3 minutes, man. We got 3 minutes
To make it to this bus.
Do to get that shit out, but I need you to hurry up, bro. She gets it out. We open up the door. We take 2 steps out the door, bro. There goes the bus.
You watched the bus go by?
Yes, and I'm like, dang, dude. Well, that's all right. The bus stop's literally a minute away. We'll catch it on the way back.
That's fine.
11:30, not too bad. By this time, it's 11:15. So we go wait at the bus stop. It's cold. 11:30 rolls around. Bus finally comes and picks us up. Takes us the opposite way of Boston.
Oh, so you're getting further away from where you're staying at.
Deeper into Massachusetts. We all went to the end of Massachusetts where we were seeing a bunch of yachts in a yacht club.
So
Really 30
you were in the
minutes.
rich part of.
Yes.
Oh.
Not too bad. It's
It
us
was,
two.
at least it was a good part of town.
Yeah. It wasn't no football.
Yeah.
It was a how we doing?
How you doing, good sir?
It was us two, another black dude on there. He gets off the bus. We get at the end of the stop. This lady takes her lunch break or something, dude. She sits there for 30 minutes.
She's taking lunch while there's two people on the bus.
Yes, we're caught. We're like, I stood up and kind of walked around the bus a little bit, looked around. I was like, maybe that'll get her.
Didn't get her attention.
No. 30 minutes later, on her own time, she starts the bus back up. We start finally heading to Boston. We get to Boston about 12:15. Get off the bus. We're finally there. We just got to take Quincy Center to Boston, the subway. It's a 5-minute ride.
Not bad.
Swipe the card. Police officer. Where y'all going? Downtown Boston. No more subways tonight. Subway stop at 11:45. We're like, okay, piss. We ain't gonna see Boston. Let's go catch that bus back.
Let's go.
We run outside.
Bus is gone.
Lady tells us last ride of the night. That's the last ride. We're an hour and a half. We're a mile and a half away from our Airbnb. We look at each other. We just all we could do is laugh, dude.
You had to walk
30 minutes. 25
in the cold,
degrees, dude.
in the middle of Boston.
Almost 1 o'clock in the morning.
To walk through Boston.
All the way back to the Airbnb.
Did you see any crackheads?
The first thing we seen coming into Boston was a crackhead.
Oh.
Yes, the very first thing. It was a white dude, older guy, probably like 50, but was probably 30. Hands, I'm talking about elbow deep in his drawers. Like, dude, all the way.
Like, I don't know what I was expecting, but it was not that. I don't know what I thought you were about to say, but it was not elbow deep in his pants.
He was.
The hell was he messing with?
Hell, I don't know,
If
dude.
he's elbow deep, what's... he's either A, a crackhead, or B, cold,
Only one hand.
or
was
C,
in there.
this man's got something that...
And he was shorter than you.
You ever seen a bike with a kickstand? That's what he has. He has a kickstand.
Bro, the kids looked at me so fast. I was like, let's just keep
Just
walking.
don't talk to him.
There was one lady we went to. Well, no, it wasn't.
This
that.
was
It
a
like,
different time. This was a different time.
We out of the we're out of the airport and we're now on a train and we get off the train and go to our Airbnb. First thing we see off the train station.
Crackhead.
Elbow deep, dude.
Deep in his drawers.
So that's crackhead 1. No, I mean it wasn't nothing. I don't think he would have heard me. Like, for real, he was like itching, dude. So, cause he's like kind of standing off to the side. Everybody's getting off, and we decided we're gonna go to Raising Cane's. Beautiful chicken, mwah, chef's kiss.
You know what's better than Raising Cane's?
If you say something stupid like Bojangles, I'm throwing this microphone at you.
In and Out.
You hear that?
Nothing.
Yes, because that's how trash.
Bro, In and Out is the best place I've ever ate at. Yes, it is.
You're talking burgers, you're talking chicken. You can't just say the best place and not
Burgers. The best burger place. I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
In and Out is
Let me finish my
delicious.
story, freaking a-hole.
Okay, well, finish your damn story.
Gosh,
I'm sorry.
gonna have to fast forward everything just to clip my parts.
That's fine.
Even though the camera's dead now.
Yeah, well, it's not dead. It just got hot because it's 90 degrees up here in the office.
I know. How did we run into that problem again?
I don't know.
Piss.
I don't know.
Anyway, we went to Raising Cane's and we go to sit in the corner. They're freaking slam packed, and I smell piss, man. Like somebody just pissed on top of my head. And I look behind me, and there's this older lady, black trench coat on.
Like Slender Man?
Yes, with buttons and everything, dude.
Was she white?
Yeah, she was reading the Bible, eating 3 pieces of chicken out of this like little gas station container thing. I'm feeling bad for the
That's
girl.
kind of sad.
She tugs on my heart a little bit. I'm like, man. So I walk over there to her and I'm like, excuse me, man. Like, what's your name? What? I was like, what's your name?
What's your name?
My name's Kris. I said, I would like to pray for you. Guess what she did?
What? She said piss on you.
Last time I tried to pray for somebody. Last time, dude. I was so
she's
embarrassed.
reading a Bible.
Yes, I felt embarrassed. I'm like,
I'm trying to help you.
in a way, like, you homeless, I'm trying to like just be nice to you, and everybody else being mean. Well, that's all right because I feel like she got her payback because the Raising Cane's girl came up to her and was like, "Hey, I need you to leave. You smell like piss." And then turns around and walks off. And
Did
the
not
lady's
care.
Like, she's like,
You gotta go.
she's like, "I need you to leave." Then the boys seen this white bag with a bunch of different sets of titties on it.
Oh,
Yeah, like spiky titties and like long ones and skinny ones and ones that was missing one titty and itty bitty titties and there's just a bunch of there's just a grid of titties, dude. And then they lost their minds, bro. Like my young was like, "Who's boobies on the bag, Dad?" I was like, "I know, dude. Like, chill." Like, they're sitting there laughing the whole time about these boobs on the bag, bro.
that would have been funny.
It got me until the wife and mother-in-law come over there, and I was like, "Chill.
Stop. It's not funny.
Then my youngest again was like, "Boobies, Daddy, remember that bag with boobies?" My wife was like, "What?" And I was like, "Ah, shit." Well, this bag, boys came in, had a bunch of tits all over it.
You know, it wasn't. No.
Nothing crazy now.
He said, "Oh shit."
They could get me in trouble. Mother-in-law kind of looking at me.
It was not my fault they pointed it out. I didn't give it to them.
I didn't see the titties first. That's my youngest. He was like, "What's that, Dad?" I was like, "Oh, it's just a bag." And he was like, "What's on the bag?" And I'm like, "Dang."
Quit asking questions. Those are boobs.
Oh, I tried until my youngest was like, "Kind of looks like boobs, Dad." I was like, "Well, it is.
It is." And they both said, "Oh, boobies." And you said, "Okay, stop." And then they sold you out. Dad, you remember that? You remember that bag of boobs?
Quick, dude. And like, of course I remember it. It was 3 minutes ago, dude. Like, yes, I remember it. We're still in the same. The bag of boobs is right there. Like she had just moved where she was sitting. That'd be mad, bro.
We can still grab the bag of boobs, and you're asking me if I remember it. It's right in front of you. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
we didn't see any bag of boobs.
Good time. My oldest seen a drawing of a hermaphrodite on the subway wall. Yeah, wife had to explain that one.
It was her turn.
Luckily, he looked at her and was like, "What's that, Mom?" She's like, "What?" And she looked around and there it was. He's like, "It's got these and this and what a girl has." Bro's confused.
That destroyed his whole world.
My wife
He didn't know what to think.
My wife was like, "Some people think that's art, son. Some people don't." Like, that's what
We don't.
We keep it strolling.
We didn't see anything like that. We went to the city center to do an escape room, and we parked in the parking garage. There was a car directly in front of us that had a hairy penis drawn in the dust. It had a hairy penis on it that said "gay" and a bunch of other things. It said "gay, don't be a hater." They marked something out and said no.
A equals what?
So I don't know, but it has a bunch of penises, a heart. Yeah. I ran over there instantly. People in the parking garage staring at me as I'm running to this car, taking a picture of it. I'm trying not to get the tag in it.
That's so funny.
They're just staring at me like I'm some crazy lunatic that's...
Don't take kids to Boston.
Yeah, not a place. I agree.
New Orleans, hey.
New Orleans is not raised with kids.
Speaking of that,
this is fun.
did you hear about the Cybertruck that exploded in Vegas?
I did. They
And
said
then-
the man blew up with it.
Well, the guy that did that was in the same platoon as the guy who ran through all those people
Yeah,
in New
I
Orleans. So
seen
they
that
were
too.
like connected
Mhm.
because they left a note saying military brotherhood or something like
Yeah.
people who
And
were in the
Al-Qaeda get a hold of
military,
them is what they're
huh?
saying. Al-Qaeda.
Something
got a
like
hold of them,
that.
But it went back across to visit or something.
Well, because the guy that ran through all the people had an ISIS flag. The guy that blew it up just so happened to be in the same platoon as the guy who did it. So, yeah, it was planned. And it all happened the same day.
Well, they said he died in the car, but then a lot of people were slowing down the footage, especially the angle when it's like at the side
Was
of the
he
car.
in the car?
A lot of people were saying he wasn't.
Well, I watched the video from the side that just showed the truck blowing up. It didn't look like anybody was in it.
I agree. I didn't see anyone.
I mean, I wasn't paying attention if there was anybody in the car.
There's a still frame of like when the spark first goes off and it lights up the car a little bit so you can see on the inside.
Oh, okay.
And
I didn't pay attention. I didn't know people thought that he blew up. I thought he got caught.
Well, I mean,
I didn't know.
You have a a certain event that happened back in 2001 that a lot of people think was the U.S. government.
Yeah, you know, you know,
You never know.
about an hour.
About an hour.
About an hour.
But the trips were good.
The trips were great. I had a lot of fun. Did you have fun? You had fun.
We all had
It was
fun.
a lot of fun.
But I will say this: on the next episode, episode 20, it's gonna be a big one.
Episode 20.
We're gonna be playing Cards Against Humanity.
20 episodes in.
Hey, I say not this weekend, but next weekend we all go to Mexican.
I'm definitely down for that. I'm down for Mexican. Really, that's
Anytime.
kinda too far
That's-
for me.
I'll go tomorrow.
Anytime.
We don't go tomorrow.
I had chicken wings last night at Mexican.
I do like Mexican, but when you want it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday,
I don't see an issue there. Well, I don't, that sounds good.
Okay,
Yeah,
well-
yeah, cheese dip, chicken wings,
chicken wings.
brother.
That's the
One
blackest
thing
thing
the
you've ever
Mexicans
said.
can do is they can
Throw down.
make a Mexican fry.
They can mix a fry. That's crazy.
I'm glad it's at the end of the episode.
No, I'm gonna put that at the beginning. That's gonna be the very first thing anybody hears. They can mix a fry. Oh,
I didn't do a W ad.
well, the camera's dead, so we'll do it next time. He doesn't want to do that anymore.
I said different intro, and I
No.
think this is very comfortable. I'm thinking about just always holding my mic like this.
As long as you hold
I
it,
move too much.
Big Sherman's like, what's up, guys?
because that's streamers. We're a podcast.
Yeah, we're not gay.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Quit the Cap.
Well, the camera's off, so I don't know what he was looking at. But hello,
I'm
everybody.
looking at the camera, getting used to it, because the camera's not going to be too
I
hot.
really think, man, if we talk like this, we might get more.
You think we might get more engagement
just might.
if we're
We just
up
might.
and like uppity, like yelling, pretty much, like yelling into the mic so
that's-
people can
that's what I
understand?
said.
Does
That's
that
what
help?
Cam and that one dude do.
That's exactly what he does.
They freaking scream
he
into the mic.
screams into the mic and then he leans off and he starts laughing.
Yeah,
That's exactly what he does.
100%.
We're gonna start staging our jokes.
Would you stay more engaged if we were talking like this, a little bit faster banter?
But would it make you try to keep up?
Right.
Okay, so we'll start.
That's what
we'll-
I said. That wasn't a no.
It wasn't a no,
we
so
normally
we'll,
do get a no.
so we'll start talking like this. We'll stage everything. Hey, I'm gonna tell you a joke, but I'm gonna give you the answer to the joke
Well-
so you can remember how to react to it.
I kind of feel like it
Hey,
sounds
why'd
a
the
little
chicken
bit
cross
like
the
our
road?
Jingle?
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Why is that?
To get to the other side.
Howdy doody. That's freaking hilarious.
It is. That was not the reaction I was expecting, but okay, that's what I'll go with. Oh, do they not?
There was one video that blew up, and I think the guy didn't know that Lake Michigan wasn't a
Was an
lake.
ocean.
Yeah, he thought it was an ocean.
You know what Lake Michigan is, don't you? It's a lake. And he thought it was an ocean. Freaking idiot. He didn't think it was an ocean, though. That's the thing. I don't think he thought it was an ocean.
You know what I'm waiting for them to argue on? M&M's being different flavors. What's the next one?
It's going to happen. Yeah?
And yes, M&M's are different flavors.
Oh. It's all chocolate.
Yeah, but the blue
Means absolutely nothing.
all taste different.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
What?
They do.
Hey, let me ask you a
A
question.
green apple chocolate.
Let me ask you a
peanut.
question. Do Fruit Loops have different flavors?
Yes. They do.
We're going to end the episode now since Chris decided to walk off.
Yeah, people.
Bye.